Random thought. Should a man pay for everything in a relationship?
Everything.
Everything.
Oh no. Don't know about that. I have some opinions on that.
I'm sure you do. This random thought, should a man pay for everything in a relationship, comes out because there's this interview that was done in Atlanta, Hot 107.9 in Atlanta with Jay Nix inside the Trap House with hip-hop artist Latto. And I know this thing went big when you sent it to me. I'm like, you don't even know what a Latto is.
Nope. Still don't. Had no idea who Latto was. I just read what she was saying. I was just like, well, this is some bullshit.
So, to be clear, she said,
you know what I'm saying? I got the vet, I got the lamb, I got the Birkins. You know what I'm saying? I got the heart.
Okay.
I don't pay no bills. You know what I'm saying? If he coming like that, then yeah.
Wait a minute, you big loud on you don't pay no
I
bills.
don't pay no bills.
So you just stacking all that cheese?
Yeah.
Come on, man, 24 and Rick. Come on, stop playing.
My issue with this, let me just say this. Latto, if it works for you, awesome. Mm-hmm. You know, what I don't like about what she said was, why you bragging about all the stuff that you have that you don't have to pay for.
Right.
And then you say that's how it's supposed to be, because the problem is other women will hear this and think this makes sense and put themselves on Latto's level. You know, at least Latto has music. She brings something to the table. Great. But my question is, what dude wants to pay for all that for women that can't speak? Like, just listen to Latto talk. I was just like, somebody's paying for all that? I don't pay no bills. I don't pay.
Latto's a big deal, and you understand when she's she's never revealed who she's dating, right? So everybody assumes they know who it is, and people assume it's a hip hop artist who, trust me, her speech pattern is way better than his. If it is who he claims it to be, you forget these hip hop artists, they make a lot of money, man. They buy the Lambos, they buy the Birkins.
That's great. Now, if we look at the regular average Joe and Jane, should the man pay for everything? I think it's up to them. If they decide that this is the type of relationship and partnership that I want, then yeah, go for it. I would never do that. Now, when I say I might, take care of, if we're living together, I'll pay for a house if we're living in it together. I'm not
right.
Your house while you're over there and I'm over here. No, that's not happening.
Well, I don't think a lot of that's been skewed in the whole, if a man's not doing for you, and I think that's where it gets lost in what exactly does it mean doing for you? Because I agree, you shouldn't be with somebody who's not making it better for you financially. So, but what does that look like? Does it look like all the bills? Because when you give up all the bills and let somebody else pay all the bills, you're giving them a little bit more than just the bills to pay. You're giving them the control and the freedom to do things you don't want them to do.
Oh, because if I'm paying all the bills, I'll tell you something I'm not doing. I'm not cooking. I'm not cleaning. I'm not doing anything. If I'm paying it all, like every single bill, I got this. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a different type of world. And it'd be like, hey, it's 8:30. You know what time it is.
What happened? What happened to teamwork? And we work together, and this is what we, because you've probably been out with women who never paid before, right? Who just always expected you to pay all the time. And you've also probably been out with women who are like, hey, I got it this time.
I've dated women that make way more money than me. And so, great. It would be a 50-50. I'd go to Eddie V's. Okay, it's my turn. I got this time. And then the next time we go out, they would get it. So
McDonald's?
I don't mind. No, Eddie V's, because we already established I'm bougie. So go to nice places. So I've dated people who made more. I've dated people who I knew did not make as much money as me or nowhere close to it. I don't have that same expectation on them. What I do is I look at effort. So let's say if I paid for dinner and we're going to go to another place, you're like, hey, let me buy a round of drinks. Effort. That round of drinks could be $15, $20, and great. I know I paid $100 something at the restaurant. It doesn't have to be tit for tat, but at least it's the effort. Or if you can't afford to take me out, hey, I'm going to cook you a meal. Come over. Don't worry about anything. I got it. I'm cooking. I'm fine with that.
You're not there adding up the receipts like, hold up now. Last month, I pay for this. You're not doing that. It's more so, like you said, it's about the effort. And like I said, what nobody can tell you how it's supposed to work in your relationship. For her relationship, that works for her. I will say there are a lot of people who in the comments were, yes, girl, that's the way it's supposed to be, which I know is something you're just like, oh, come on. But in your point, it's not about this works for her. It doesn't work for everybody else. I'm assuming I'm paraphrasing what you're saying correctly here, because for you it's about, okay, in my relationships it's about effort and balance, not just all one-sided.
100%. I think for anyone I would date, it's about the effort, but I would never want to date somebody that they wanted a guy that's going to pay for everything, because I like women who are ambitious, driven, and independent. Ambitious, driven, independent women don't want that. Not saying Latto is not ambitious. She could be.
She's definitely ambitious, yes.
She could be driven.
She's definitely driven, yes.
You're not independent if you're sitting there claiming and bragging about somebody paying all your bills and your Lambos and all that. You're not independent.
She's stacking her paper.
But here's the deal. If she was independent, she wouldn't even have to mention that. She wouldn't even have to mention someone's paying for it. She'd have just been like, yeah, I do pretty well for myself, and that's it. Because she has someone doing this for her, she needs it. Because if she didn't, come on now.
Let me defend her here, right? And I'll be her public defender here. Even though she can afford a real lawyer.
Well, she got somebody that can pay for it. She's not going to pay for the lawyer, because that's not how it's supposed to be.
Here's the thing. That is the nature of the hip hop culture, and in its current state, the nature of what it is in the industry, right? That and I hate that it is that, but you have to say, I drive this, I drive that, I got this, I got that, I pay this much for this. And in the interview, it came up because I think there was another question she was asked, like, do you go all out for if they're doing this, it's okay to do everything else for your man. And then that's how that got to that point of, well, I have this, but there's reason why, because he's paying all the bills.
Well, thanks for mansplaining hip hop to me. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I don't know. I mean, you might think it's still back in the old days,
No, I don't think that. I get it. If you're gonna do these songs and say you have this and that, great. All I'm saying is, interview,
look at your panties in a bunch now. Come on.
In her interview, she didn't have to say that this mystery guy buys her all this stuff and pays for it, and she doesn't pay any bills. That's how it's supposed to be. That's a choice she made. Maybe we have differing opinions of what independent women are, and I'd love to hear our listeners. Hit me in the comments, ladies. Like, if your goal is to have somebody that you feel that's how it's supposed to be, he pays for all your bills, he or she pays for all your bills, you don't have to worry about anything, and you can brag about it, and it's great. Or do you think there's something off about that? I'd love to hear what other people think.
Now, in this space, considering our audience, right? Let's dial it back to when you were, 21, 22, 25. And because Latto's young. So we got to keep in mind her age. And you see, we're two old guys talking about somebody young and their mindset. We got to remember that age. And I know you probably had the exact same mindset.
No, I couldn't afford to take care of everybody when I was 21. Which is why I was so selfish. I couldn't afford to take care of anybody else.
I used to say, if you with me for money, you just practice it.
Yeah. Good luck. What 16-year-olds keep secrets? Like, come on. Like, 16-year-old boy.
He's
16 in the story.
He's 17 in the story.
16.
It says 17.
As I scroll back up to the top, okay, he's 17. That's fine.
It's okay. I know you can't read. It's okay.
He was 16 at some point, so technically not lying.
This, folks, is what it looks like when Tell doesn't want to be wrong.
I mean, I'm kind of right that he was 16, but now he's 17. So, but I'm saying that what high school boy is going to keep that secret? You know what I mean? If you're young tractor teacher, all the boys are talking about you and you're sleeping with her, you're going to tell somebody because young boys are stupid. So you're risking your whole career. And for this, she could face up to 20 years. Now, she's not going to get 20 years, I'm sure, but she could face up to 20 years, but she can't teach anymore.
Right.
And Nebraska's small. So everybody knows who she is. You know, you just can't go, even if you're in Omaha, people are going to realize who you are because Omaha was, 700,000 people? It's not that big. And that's the largest city in Nebraska. So where this happened at, small town, everyone's going to know about you. Your host. You need to move.
Well, she got 20 years to think about it, so.
Well, she does. I'm hoping what she doesn't do is, she'll probably do that, get pregnant by the boy and we're in love and all that kind of stuff and try to work the way around the system. But she is just insane.
All right, so the fellas in Nebraska need to step their game up, the guys of age, because apparently kids got more game than y'all. I mean, I'm not understanding what's going on here.
It's Nebraska.
Yeah, well, there's that. Hey, don't forget, we're back Wednesday night, 10:15. Are we going to do 10 o'clock? We're back at 10:15 because we know it's going to be a 90-minute episode.
I say we do 10 o'clock.
10/9 Central. We'll do that, and we'll be there for that. Saturday, we'll drop the Ready to Love recap because I'll be on the road on Friday. And then, of course, next Monday, right back here for episode 121.
Yep, and good. That means I have a free Friday night that I don't have to sit and watch that show. I can wait till Saturday.
You love it.
Wait till Saturday.
Hey, I'm Yanni Rude.
And I'm Just Terrell.
Make sure you follow us at Yanni Rude, at Just Terrell, and at RGRTPod.
Yeah, send us some of your random thoughts or some of the bullshit you find on the internet. We'll talk about it on the show.
It's the Regular Guys Random Thoughts Podcast. Cheers.
Cheers.